Good, happy Friday morning, July 26th, 2019. I am back from vacation. It's good to be back, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, former New Hampshire youth counselor indicted on dozens of sex assault counts. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
I switched from Dodge.
We switched from Ford.
I switched from Ram.
We switched to Chevy.
For dependability.
For these guys.
And just look at it.
See for yourself why people are switching at the Chevy All-Star Open House.
This Manchester juvenile detention facility used to be called the Youth Development Center. It was here that prosecutors say two former youth counselors sexually assaulted a teenage boy in 1997 and 1998.
The allegations are horrific. The crimes are unspeakable, worse than anything that I've ever seen. And it's taken a tremendous amount of courage for the victim in this case to come out over a period of time.
52-year-old Jeffrey Buskey of Dorchester, Massachusetts, has been indicted on 56 counts. And 50-year-old Stephen Murphy of Danvers, Mass, has been indicted on 26 counts, charging them with aggravated felonious sexual assault. The alleged victim was in state custody at the time.
The people that were supposed to be taking care of him were the ones that were abusing him, and it's just, it's very, very, very sad.
The Attorney General's office is now investigating to see if there are other potential victims.
We will launch and have launched a comprehensive, multifaceted investigation into the YDC between 1990 and 2000, at least to start, to determine whether there are other victims of physical or sexual assault during that time and whether any other crimes were committed.
The Department of Health and Human Services calls the charges shocking and says it has worked hard to assure the safety of youth. Governor Sununu says the state stands ready to assist and cooperate in any investigation that will bring these detestable perpetrators to justice.
Abusers target the most vulnerable children and the ones who are the least likely to be heard and believed. So it is imperative that we listen to children and hold individuals and institutions who harm them accountable.
The alleged victim's attorney hopes if there are other possible victims that they'll now come forward. Anyone who may have been abused at the facility is now urged to contact their local crisis center. That information is available on our website at WMUR.com. Reporting live in Manchester, Mike Cronin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Pedestrian struck, killed by hit-and-run driver in Boston, police say. Let's take a listen to that video from WCVB Boston.
Show me making it. Oh, I have one you'll like. The Best of Amy Poehler. Experience the entertainment you love on X1. Access Netflix, Prime Video, YouTube, and more, all with the sound of your voice. Click, call, or visit a store today.
Overnight, an investigation underway after a person was hit by a car in Boston. It happened right on the Everett-Boston line on Alfred Street in Charlestown. This was the scene around 11:30 last night. We are working to get an update on the victim's condition, and we'll bring you new information just as soon as it comes in.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Boston 25 News Zip Trip. Today, their zip trip takes them to Melrose, Massachusetts. and they will be there from 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. on Main Street. And anchors Jean Levanchi, Elizabeth Hopkins, meteorologist Sherry Spear, and Boston 25 sports anchor Tom Leiden, and Boston 25 Around Town host Michelle will host the Melrose Zip Trip. Very cool indeed. So if you're in Melrose, Massachusetts, go and check out Boston 25 News live in Melrose, Massachusetts. U.S. futures climb as traders await earnings GDP report. U.S. stock index futures moved higher on Friday morning as traders designated corporate earnings looked ahead to fresh data and weighed the possibility of a less dovish tone from the Federal Reserve's next week. Man arrested in connection to shooting spree that killed 4, including father and brother. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
It's like an out-of-body experience.
Why the Yusufzai sisters chose Verizon.
We were right in center, front row. Actually, Zarina, you touched on my
I touched on my like held my hand for a while, and then we got to meet him after, which was like
another surprise.
Yeah, we love Verizon even more now. I'll never forget that day.
The network more people rely on gives you more, like thousands of tickets to concerts, festivals, and private shows. Plus, a free Galaxy S10e when you buy one. That's Verizon.
Now to the search for a motive after a deadly rampage near Los Angeles. A 26-year-old is now in custody this morning, accused of killing 4 people and putting that city on edge. Clayton Sandell is there in LA with the latest on this. Good morning, Clayton.
Hey, good morning, Cecilia. Officers from this North Hollywood police station were some of the many cops on tactical alert here, desperately trying to find that suspect before he killed again. And this morning, the biggest question for investigators is why.
This is the moment Jerry Zaragoza was taken into custody following an intense 12-hour manhunt.
Go ahead and add EMS. I got a total of 3 victims. Roger, 3 victims.
The 26-year-old accused of committing a crime spree spread across 4 different scenes in LA's San Fernando Valley, leaving 4 people dead and others wounded. Officers responding to the first call at 1:50 a.m. Thursday. Shortly after, police say Zaragoza opened fire, killing his father and brother and wounding his mother. Less than an hour later, Zaragoza arrives at this North Hollywood gas station, where police say he shot and killed a woman he knew and shot and wounded another man. Police say he keeps going at 7:20 a.m., attempting to rob a man in this bank parking lot.
He tried to rob the guy at gunpoint, and apparently the individual he was trying to rob didn't have any money like he did, and he fled.
Then, during the lunch hour, another shooting, this one taking place on a city bus.
He just got up and shot the dude in the chest, and everybody just scattered.
The victim, apparently shot at random, did not survive. Police unleash a massive manhunt, soon closing in.
Green jacket, blue Dodgers hat.
This surveillance video capturing the suspect casually walking down the sidewalk just moments before he was arrested.
We're talking to witnesses, but we haven't come up with a motive yet.
Zaragoza's mother survived. Police say they are now talking to her to try and find out some clues. All police will say for now is that there was some past trouble between the suspect and his family. Whit?
A lot of questions. Clayton Sandell in Los Angeles for us. Thank you.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that did it for this morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.